Hi, this is Blue Phoenix, and today with Synfire 2 pre-release, I'll be looking at the Snippets tab. This is build 2.0.2, build number 7. And when you first open this page, you're going to say, okay, this looks just like Ableton or Bitwig, where you can have different clips that you can put in here. It's similar, but it's different enough that it's worth noting. I've got a library here opened on the left, and this is something I've just been putting some factory phrases into. And I've got right here a phrase pool, bass multi. It's got 3 different phrases in there. I'm going to drop just this bass over here. And it doesn't know what bass acoustic is. I guess the library has it set to that. So I'm going to set a global bass instrument. And if you right click on a clip, it arms it. So it's going to play this when I hit the launch button. Okay. Now while it's doing this, it's just going to use I believe it's just using C major harmony all across, which is not terribly interesting. So what we're going to do is very quickly create a chord progression here. I'm just going to go to I don't know, G major is fine. It's in major already. About 1/4. Okay. Not the most interesting thing in the world, but anyway, I'm going to now add this into my library. If I just drag it over, it creates the progression right here. Now when I go to the Snippets tab, you'll see up here there's this harmony thing lit up. I can just drag that chord progression from the library right in here. Now, when I arm this and play it, it should use that chord progression. So there you go. That's how you get your harmony in here. So in this phrase pool, I've got 3 different phrases, and let's say I want to go ahead and just add them all to the Snippets tab in the same row. If I just drag this whole phrase pool over onto the group name, there they are. Now again, it's going to ask me, I think it asks about instruments a little bit more than it really should, but there they all are. So now I can play like the M2 here. Okay, easy peasy. I've got some other phrase pools here. Let's take the little piano melodies here. I'm going to drop them onto another row. And I've got these chords here. And let's see, I got the melodies, the bass, and the chords. Let's grab these drum patterns. Okay, so now I want to, let's say I want to try this bass 2 with the melody 1 and the chords 2 and the drum 6, whatever. If I right click each of those and now hit the launch button, okay. Now, when I hit stop, it unarms all of those clips. I've actually posted on the forums, and Andre acknowledges that probably shouldn't happen. They should stay armed. Now, once I arm these, and I can say, okay, I really like the way that sounded. For example, there's these cryptic A, B, C, D, F, and if I right click, okay, sorry, it has to be playing while I right click. I'll right click, it turns green. So now it's remembered those armed states. So I just left click on it, rearms them and launches it. And let's say, you know, I like that one, and maybe for a different part, I want this particular pattern here. So, for whatever reason. So now I just left click this. And I can left click and switch between them. You've also got a little dice icon. This one's kind of cool. It'll just play random clips. So it's going to play one per well, up to one per row. It's optional. So, for example, I left the drums out. Just the drums. Pretty cool, huh? Let's say I don't really like this piano sound. If I click on the row name here, then I can change it. I believe, let's say I want the bright Yamaha Grand. Is that going to work? Admittedly, those are too similar. How about an organ? Let's see, that'll... There we go. So you simply click on this and you can change the instrument. But I'm actually change that back to the Yamaha grand piano. Oh, well, I'll just do this. Now, if I want to edit, they did stay armed that time. That's odd. I can clear it with this toothbrush or paintbrush. Paintbrush. Okay, so if I want to edit, let's say, you know what? I really like the way here. I can, if you right click, you can disarm as well. Let's say I want to change this particular snippet. If I double click it, it takes me into the structure view and it shows me the snippet here. I can now edit this. Let's say I can still, oh, I can. Let's say I don't like how close these are. First of all, I need to zoom in. Once again, why, you know, I don't have a telescope on my eyes. Well, let's just say that's what I want now instead. I believe now if I just go right back to snippets, it's going to sound like that. Yep. So you can change individual snippets like that. Okay. So until this point, we've been using a single harmony that we dragged in, this G, C, D, E minor, into this harmony button. Let's try a different progression here. I'm going to actually do a different scale set here. I'll pick Lydian. And let's say instead of the 1, 4, 5, 6, let's make it, let's see here, let's make it G as well. So we have G Lydian. And I'm going to view the notepad here. I'm going to go G. Instead of 1, 4, 5, 6, let's go like 1, 4. So I just want something that's a lot different than my prior chord progression. Slap that over here. And we're done with this palette. Okay, so you can now take these progressions from your library and drop them in as a snippet. So now if I arm the bass with this particular chord progression, this will be the original. And then I can arm it with this other harmony, but first I need to clear out this particular, this little green doodad here. And so in order for these to take effect. So you can see it's going down, 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 where this one was going up, up, up. And if so let's say I wanted to listen to the whole original song, the original progression. Then we have that Or if we want to listen to the new progression, so there you go. Let's just let's try it with just the chords here. So there you go. You can see that by arming a different chord progression here in your snippets, you can get a completely different progression. The one you've selected here. Pretty cool, huh? So it's a neat way of experimenting with various progressions, and it takes some of the tedium out of, well, let me try a new progression by replacing the old one, and it's pretty cool. Like, that is fantastic. I can also take, now this is mentioned in the specs or in the manual, that you can create a parameter line. So let me show you what this looks like in here. It's actually just it's just velocity is all. I'm not sure why I'm not seeing it. Oh, there it is. Okay. This is just a velocity pattern. So it's kind of a cosine thing here. So I've tried doing this where I'll try arming this with the drums. But it doesn't appear to have any effect. If I go, let's edit the drums here and look at the velocity. And it doesn't have a velocity already, so I don't know why it's not picking it up from this. Maybe if it's in the same row, but then I can't arm them both that way. So I don't. Now it's working. Now it's working. Okay. I think what was happening was the instrument was wrong. So this is now the standard. It's just the drum kit. And if it's using the same instrument as these drums, it works. Very cool. You could do that with, there's a lot of different parameter lines you can use that you can create from the factories. I'm not going to get into that now, but I did that in a prior video. So you can create those lines, drop them in, and have some fun with your drums. So this is just a very, pardon me, it's a very powerful tool. I think it could be a lot of fun to play around with, and maybe unlock some creative potential here. One last thing before I end the video. Let's just store that in C. It's a little squirrely. See, I really wish those would stay armed. There we go. Brilliant. Very nice. So let's say I finally found something I really love there. If I click on this down arrow up here, so clear, right? Make arrangement from last session. Boom. And that will copy those snippets into the arrangement. So there's no way currently, it appears, to go from the snippets into a container, but you can go into the arrangement. So it's make arrangement from last session. You can also go the other way, where if you have an arrangement already created, you could do make snippets from arrangement and pull your arrangement into the snippets view. I'm not going to show that. I don't think I have an arrangement that's ready for that. So anyway, hopefully that helps you out some. I know there was people in the forum that were a little confused about how this works, and I agree. I left some feedback about it on the forum, so hopefully that helps out some in making this a little bit more fleshed out. This is still a pre-release. He's still working on it, so it's all good. So anyway, that's all for this video, and I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.